Jolteon, the lightning Pokemon. By storing electricity in its body, it can shoot its bristle-like fur like a barrage of missiles. As its appearance suggests, Jolteon is all about speed and power. To this day, it remains one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, behind only Deoxys, Ninjask, Excelgor, and Electrode. Plus, it has a base 110 special attack stat it can use to break teams wide open. Jolteon has always been one of the top Eeveelutions, and with the 5th generation, it gained a great new tool in Volt Switch. Now, Jolteon can use its incredible speed in a hit-and-run offensive style, racking up damage on opponents as you switch to your walls to counter their attacks. Jolteon is a one-trick pony, jackal, dog, thing. It should only be used for all-out offense. Using a choice specs on this set makes its power even more frightening, but Life Orb can be substituted to allow for the switching of attacks. In many cases, you'll simply want to send out Jolteon and Volt Switch to an appropriate tank. Jolteon acts much the same way a Choice Band Scissor would, except it hits from the special side and it is much faster. The main downside to this strategy is the prevalence of ground Pokemon that are commonly used. Using Volt Switch on a ground Pokemon will leave Jolteon stranded on the battlefield and unable to attack. Because of this, Hidden Power Ice or Grass are virtually required to allow Jolteon to eliminate these threats itself. Though it may seem totally unnecessary on a Pokemon with such high speed, a Choice Scarf can even be run on this set. It will allow Jolteon to come in on some incredibly threatening Dragon Dance or Shell Smash sweepers after they've already boosted, and then finish them off in one blow. Gyarados and Cloyster are maimed by Jolteon's electric attacks, and Hidden Power Ice does a great job on the multitude of dragons that dance their way to victory. As with all special attackers, Jolteon is stuffed by Blissey and Chansey. Also, tough ground types may cause it problems as well. When using Jolteon against an opponent with a ground type, the move you use becomes a total guessing game. Will they switch in their ground type to sponge the Volt Switch, or will they predict you making that guess and leave in whatever they have? The best way to counteract this is simply to get Jolteon as many chances to make an appearance as possible. Eventually, you'll guess correctly and severely hamper your opponent's team with Jolteon's great strength. Jolteon has great speed and power, but its defenses are pretty poor. The only hits Jolteon should ever be taking are electric ones on a switch so it can abuse its great Volt Absorb ability. Because of this, the best way to keep Jolteon safe is to switch it out of danger. This will mean that you will want a good Rapid Spinner on your team to remove the entry hazards that may hamper Jolteon's hit-and-run tactics. By the same token, getting entry hazards up on your opponent's side will add to the damage you can do with all the switches that Jolteon will force. Skarmory is the best choice, as it's immune to the ground moves aimed at Jolteon, and Jolteon can absorb any electric attacks aimed at Skarmory. The dual immunities will allow you to have a great deal of free switches as you frustrate your opponents with good type balance. Jolteon may look flashy, but its role is well fleshed out and easy to understand. It'll hit you hard and it'll hit you fast with great special attacks, so you'll need to switch accordingly. Despite its very simple gameplay, there's a very good reason that Jolteon has been one of the most popular Eeveelutions to date. It's great at what it does, and you will need to prepare for it or risk taking incredible damage from the cute little pincushion. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for any future videos, leave them in the comments below. If you are interested in participating in our online Pokemon League, click the link in the description for more information.